What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM. So, I actually want to talk about less options, and I want to talk why having less is actually way better. And I think there's multiple reasons why having less is way better. Recently, in a lot of episodes, I've talked about how really having less options forces and produces creativity, right? So you have less in your means to be available to do what you need to do, right? And that actually forces you to be creative because you got to think about, okay, how are we going to accomplish this, right? So budgets are great. Cool. We can't go outside of this box financially to accomplish the goal that we need to accomplish. Like we have to get this done within a set time and within a set budget. That forces creativity because then you have to start thinking about your goals and objectives. Okay, the project needs to have quality in it. Okay, the work must be good and it must be done efficiently, but the budget is tight. And so, what are we going to do about that? How are we actually going to accomplish what we need to accomplish? The same thing with team members. Okay, we don't have that. We don't have this. How are we going to accomplish what we're doing? I think oftentimes when we have friction in life, we really look at it as just being negative. And we think, oh, this is horrible. And I just want things to be comfortable. Versus, man, when stuff is hard, that's when some of the best things in life come out. That is when some of the best things in business come out. If you look at the founder of Uber, and I can't remember his name right now, uh, whatever his name is. But one thing he talked about is he had failed businesses before and the hardship made them sharp. And so when the opportunity came for them to develop and build Uber, they were sharp and they were ready because the hardship refined them and produced gold in their life to come out. That's what less does a lot. Less also allows us to focus. When you've only got 2 or 3 things to focus on and do and accomplish, you talk about the speed of efficiency to get done the things you need to get done. When you're not doing 20 or 30 things, that's actually what makes business really hard, especially when you start out. When you start out on your own, all of a sudden you're the accountant. All of a sudden you're in charge of sales. All of a sudden you're in charge of marketing. You're in charge of networking. You're HR. You're in charge of taxes. You're in charge of all these other things that aren't you doing the thing that makes you money, right? Whether you're in design, whether you're cutting the lawns, it doesn't matter. You're cool. You got to answer the phones while you're actually working on a house and doing the contracting work, or you've got to answer the phones while you're coding, whatever it is that you're doing. And so you're doing 20 or 30 other things, right? And when you do that stuff, it actually really detracts from you getting the work done that you need to do. And it's amazing how much chaos destroys. And part of the number one component of chaos is too many options, too many things. So if you walk in, and let me give you an example. This is exactly what it's like. Walk into a room that's messy. The number one defining thing about rooms that are messy are they have multiple things everywhere. There's clothes everywhere. There's items everywhere, shoes, whatever it is, the mess. There's lots of things everywhere. There's not less. There's too much stuff everywhere. Did you know it actually makes it easier to clean and take care of your stuff when you have less stuff? The more stuff you have requires more responsibility and management. And I'm saying this because that's how it is in business. The more things that you have to take care of, the more things that you have to focus on that take away your attention from the thing that makes you money, the slower you're going to go. And if you can become highly focused on less and get away from everything else, you are going to watch speed occur in the area that you're trying to focus on. And so Andrew and I, we've actually are just doing this. I mentioned this in several episodes. We're really focusing within the company on building out our marketing and sales department. And so like even all our teams and the work we're doing, we're orientating them to build this out, to leverage, to create speed in this area so that this work gets done and that we actually finish and accomplish our goals quickly. And so a lot of other internal projects, a lot of things like there's a whole idea list that I have of stuff like that needs to be built, but we're prioritizing to really do one thing at a time. And when you do that, oh my gosh. And this is why big companies can move quickly sometimes and develop quickly, is because they can devote a full department to one thing, an entire department to one thing, right? And so I think when you're small, cool, you can't do 20 things at a time. You can do one really good. do one really good and watch everything shift and change. Anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch you later. Peace.